Singapore's public and private housing prices continue to climb for the fifth straight quarter, but at a slower pace. Experts are blaming the heightened alert, which has limited show flat and physical viewings. Natasha Razak explains.
Prices of HDB resale flats are continuing their upward trajectory, according to flash estimates. They've climbed 2.8% in the second quarter of this year. That's as construction delays cause longer waiting times for built-to-order flats, pushing buyers to turn to the resale market. But the increase is still a touch lower than the 3% rise in the first 3 months. Experts point to two reasons for the slowdown. One of them is the recent Phase 2 heightened alert.
The lower price increase is probably due to the lower transaction volume because of restrictions for viewings. The other is probably the fact that the cash over valuation concern, some buyers are actually resisting towards paying more cash over valuations.
Mr. Lee says prices have risen for most HDB towns, with the largest growth in areas like Chinatown and Tanjong Pagar. These estates have seen a 10% increase in prices compared to the previous quarter. But the big slowdown is in private home prices. They're up just under 1% from the more than 3% increase in the first quarter, slackening prices for landed homes contributing to the sharp turnaround.
In the first quarter of 2021, actually landed home prices increased close to 7%. Some landed home owners actually has raised their asking price after seeing how home prices has increased in the first quarter. So that sort of put the landed homes out of reach for some of the buyers itself, and that sort of affected the so-called the price gains in the landed market in the second quarter.
Prices of landed properties have edged up less than 1% in the second quarter. But one observer points out that in Landscarce Singapore, about 65% of the transaction volume in the last 6 months has been for non-landed units.
Private housing market, one of the constraints many developers facing is actually the shortage of land. I think also the dwindling in the housing stock. I think we probably see the prices continue to stay high because of the lack of supply. So moving forward, a lot of these price trends will depend on the supply as well, because we continue to see some of the demand to return to the market.
Private home prices have been setting new peaks in the last few quarters. And together with the public housing market, prices are expected to rise between 5 and 10% by the end of this year.